Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through my first version of the Dream Team. This is going to be my starting squad for the first FUT Champs of the year. We are going to be upgrading it as we go along, and I want to take you guys on the journey with me. If you guys want to see specific squad builders, let me know. And yeah, we're going to be reviewing the squad, reviewing the players. I know a lot of you guys just got the game, so you're not going to have the coins yet, but that's okay. We're going to be going through some of the players that I got and just showing you who I think is worth it, maybe to save up for and stuff like that. Starting off in the centre back position, we're going to get to the goalkeeper last because there's a reason, but let's go through to centre back. We're going to start off with Tar, and I changed the team a little bit here. So I did have Tukameni here, and I have to say he was incredible. So at the start of the game I did change my team slightly, but this is the one we have now and the one we're kind of running with. So I had Tukameni, and who else did I have? Kanate. So I had Tukameni and Kanate, and honestly they played it really well together. I would highly recommend trying Tukameni out. I actually packed him untradeable, so I don't know how much he's currently worth. Let's give it a quick check. Yeah, honestly he's not that much. However, Tar, for some reason, I think it's because of his league, I do not know why he is so cheap. Again, we're going to get through the actual details of the plays and stuff like that in the game. For now, we're just going to go through and talk about the squad. So this is our starting squad, our starting centre back. So we go through to our right back, and we have another untradeable. It's going to be Frimpong. So Frimpong links with Tar. Then on the left back, this is where I had to change it up a little bit. We did recently go with, who do we have before? So we had Raum, so I'm going to keep him there for now, and then I'll discuss what we kind of did now. Then into our midfield, all three of them absolute demons. I like to have a bit more of a stacked box-to-box midfield here. So we're going to go with Bruno on the left. He's going to be an unbelievable playmaker for us. Insane player. He's going to be on the left-hand side. In the middle, it's going to be another Premier League player. It's going to be Tenali. Wow, what a card. 85 rated. This man is basically Hullet Gang. You can compare him to Bruno, and he's literally like, he's very similar in a lot of the stuff. He is really good. For my box to box, he was very solid. He's 5'11". I do prefer someone a little bit taller as my main CDM, but honestly, he did a great job. In on the right hand side, one of my favorite plays in the game so far, it's that boy Kobe Mainoo. Fully evolved, unbelievable card. This guy, again, we'll get into it, but I'm so happy with evolution. Really good card. His playstyle, nice little box to box as well, and overall such a solid card, and I'm so surprised I got him to an 83, but he's been unbelievable for me. In at the cam spot, we actually had another untradeable. Of course, it's going to be that boy. Where is he? Okay, let's get rid of the Premier League. It's going to be the Bundesliga. He has just got a team of the week as well. It's going to be Wurt. So majority of the players here, you can see every single player here besides Tar is being pack pulled, right? So these are all basically untradeable first owners, stuff like that. So I wanted to make a nice little squad and see what we can come up with. And this is the squad I came up with. Really good start. Fair Wurt. Wow. When we get into the gameplay, you're going to see this guy was assisting out of thin air, bro. He was unbelievable in terms of his playmaking and stuff like that. He has a Cam Shadow Striker Plus as well. I think the playstyle plus are such a good thing this year. They're so fun to use, and the players really do excel with those playstyles. So he's going to be an unbelievable card. Again, we'll get into it. And then we have our two strikers. So we just packed Haaland recently. We didn't have him in this squad. We literally finished the squad in the gameplay, and then we got Haaland in, so he will be in our next version of the squad, so we're gonna leave him out for now. What we did have is Evolution Nunez. This card I was really happy with. As I go to the higher divisions, I'm starting to get a little bit outmatched, but it still does a good job. If you guys are looking at Nunez and thinking about maybe evolving him, I would recommend it, especially if you guys are Liverpool fans, because you can get Evolution Nunez up front, Salah on the right, Inform Diaz on the left. That's just such a solid start to your year. Like, I know it's a lot of coins, but I'm saying if you're a Liverpool fan, like, that's a really good start. I'm a United fan, so don't ask why I have two evolutions. We're not going to talk about that. Two Liverpool evolutions. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to move on. And then on the left hand side, this was where majority of my coins went. Again, I'm gonna have a player review. Wow, so Sophia Smith, what a card. One of the best cards I've used in a while. 4-star, 5-star, unbelievable stats. But again, let's get right into the gameplay, show you guys what we did. And the goalkeeper, I didn't want to give away my left striker, that's why. But yeah, we went for chemistry here, we went for Bixby to give them that link. And this is the team we went with. This is our starting squad in FT25. I know it's a very stacked squad for a starting one, but I'm looking to do a lot of player reviews and stuff like that. So if you guys have anyone specific you want me to go through, let me know down below. Let's check out the gameplay. Into the gameplay right now, you're going to see how the squad performed for us in division rivals as the game started off, what you guys should look out for, who I think you guys should invest in, and yeah, we're going through with the squad. So we're going to start off with a couple of players here and just my overall thoughts. So I've actually changed my squad already because I wanted to do some other player reviews for you and squad reviews and stuff like that. And there was a couple of things that I missed from this team, and I think the first one was going to be the left striker. For me, wow, Smith is unbelievable. unbelievable. Looking back at the players I have now, they're really good, but Sophia Smith was probably better than anyone I've used this whole year. Like, really good card. I believe she was around 350k when I got her. I believe now she's about the 250k mark. I think it's worth it. I really do. Unbelievable card. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy using it if you do get the chance to. What I realized is I was watching some other like big FIFA tutorials and guides and stuff like that. I'm trying to do more of that on my channel. I've not actually played FIFA for a few years. I'm not sure if you guys realize I have this obviously new channel and stuff, but when I used to play, I was like, okay, whatever the meta is, that's what I want to kind of go towards. So this year I went through, and I haven't actually played Ultimate Team since females were introduced into the game, right? So I wasn't sure how they're going to play, if they're going to be broken, or you need more physicality, or kind of where the meta is towards. But then I realized that the smaller players, the more agile they are. So the smaller they are, the more agile they become. Because I got Haaland now, I packed Haaland, and he's nowhere near as agile as the other players, even though he's got decent dribbling stats. So I realized the smaller they are, the more agile they are. And Sophia Smith, for me, really fits that mold. Really good player. But we have a whole player review on her coming out on our second channel, so we'll save that for there. Let's go through the squad. In terms of the defense here, I actually have the Konate. I'm sure you guys saw it earlier. The Konate, that's Evolution. Really happy with that choice, by the way. Really happy with that choice of Evolution. I think he's a very solid card. Konate and Tar together, you can't get much more. In terms of centre-back duo, they really provide everything. They provide the balance, they provide the you know, the strength. They really did well. I think anytime I conceded a goal, it was more the fact that I wasn't defending well as a player, kind of at the start of the FIFA. It wasn't really down to them. In terms of centre-backs, they were really good options for me. But in terms of the fullbacks, left-back, I definitely would recommend changing. I only had that left back there because I didn't have the coins at the time, but I would invest in someone like maybe Davis, or who I have now in my team is, who do I have now in my team? I believe I have Cancelo, because I've got Neymar as well, but again, we'll save that for another video. But yeah, from the left back, I think just try to experiment some players. I think this year, especially with the speed dribble, you really do need some pace. And for me, the left back I had, he was okay, nothing crazy, but oh my god, what a goal from Smith again. I'm telling you, this card was crazy good. It was unbelievable. I did not know that the strike would be this good this early on in the game, but yeah, like I said, unbelievable card. So defense wise, really happy with it. Frimpong, really good card, by the way. Great card. No complaints. I was looking at maybe some other right backs to get, but I don't see a problem with Frimpong. I might actually use him for a while if that's the setup I'm rocking with, especially with him and Target and that green link, you know, and Wirtz as well, who we'll get into in a second. But really good kind of balance in the defense there, and I had no problems at all with the defenders. Another thing I would say is the goalkeeper. For me, goalkeepers are one of those where they don't really matter too much. Like, the meta is going to be, if they can get a good power shot, if they get the right shot on, they're probably going to score anyway. So for me, the goalkeeper, I always try to get chemistry with. So considering I had Smith in the team without any other USA players or the American League, I decided to get that goalkeeper, and it did okay. Nothing crazy in the goalkeeper. Again, for me, it was purely for chemistry. So as we go through now, defense, only person I'll change would be the left back. Then we go to our midfield. I'm a United fan, so you know your boy had to get in Kobe Mainoo as the Evolution, but I thought he would be okay. Nothing crazy, but I was surprised. I really was. I think on the lower divisions, especially at the start of the game, where people had decent teams, he really did a good job. 83 rated, and his card plays really well. I thought he was going to be okay. I thought I'll keep him as a United fan, nothing crazy, but no, I was surprised. He was very impactful for me as a box-to-box. He was good defensively. I was really happy with it. I actually had no complaints with Kobe Mainoo. The only one thing I would say is his stamina is quite low. So around the 65th minute, 70th minute mark, you do realize his stamina goes low. So what I personally did is I subbed him off every game around the 70th minute mark, which I think is fine. Considering we have 5 subs as well, I recommend you guys utilizing it. And Kobe Mainoo will probably be one of your substitutes because he does have low stamina. But you see, literally as we're talking about him, he ends up scoring right there. And he's always involved in the build-up play. Right now, you're seeing again, he goes through, and he's just a solid midfielder for me. He really did the job as a box-to-box, a bit more defensive minded. I thought he would be struggling in the offense, but honestly he wasn't. He was actually a great offensive midfielder as well, and he did a really good job. On the other side, we got Bruno, a bit more expensive, but wow, what a card. Again, I was really hoping Bruno was good. He normally is quite good though. I feel like his dribbling from that midfield, his passing, everything about Bruno's card for me makes a perfect midfielder. The guy's got like 90 something stamina as well. Incredible card, and he's fairly cheap right now. So for me, great nation, great league. I would really recommend using Bruno in your team if you're looking for a midfielder. I don't know if I would play him as a cam. I preferred him as a centre mid. I have tried him as a cam as well. Don't get me wrong, he is a good cam, but for me, I don't know. It's a weird one. I wouldn't mind using him as a cam, but I really loved him as a midfielder. I think him as a centre mid for me was a lot more impactful than as a cam. Then we go through to Tonali. I did pack Tonali as well. I was like, let's give it a go. His card's really good, and wow, what a card! Was not surprised, to be honest. I thought it'd be a good card, and it didn't really what's it called? It didn't really surprise me. It didn't really surprise me how good this card was. If anything, I think his base card's really good, but he plays even better than his base card. really solid DM. And again, but being Italian as well, I think you can definitely, if you guys are looking for like some Premier League Serie A hybrids, I think Tonali's your first player on your team sheet. Just overall, really tall, really solid CDM, and again, no complaints on my midfield. Probably the most balanced part of my team. You guys want to have some workhorses in midfield, and I think this team had a perfect balance. You're looking at about, I would say about 100, 110k for the midfield. What I would say, if you guys are trying to prioritize any of the midfielders, I'll probably give Bruno as number one. Actually, low-key, I'll probably put Kobe Mainoo simply because of the evolutions I gave him. His card was really good, and he only cost you like 1,000 coins. So, actually, I did do the Octopus one, which was 50k. So, yeah, this midfield's going to be about 150k thinking about the evolution I did have to give Kobe. But, yeah, it depends what you guys want to do here, who you guys would probably change. Because I'm a United fan, I went for the evolution for Mainoo. But 50k is a bit of money, I ended up using the FIFA points, so it didn't really affect me for that. But I think you can get away with maybe replacing Kobe Mainoo if that's your concern. But in terms of Bruno and Tonali, I think they're really solid. And you're going to be in a good position with them. Now we've got the midfield covered. Very nice box to box, very defensive, very solid, good passing. We need some pacey attacking players to combine with them. So we start off with the cam position. I did end up packing Wirtz as well, untradeable, and you guys can already tell we're going for a bit of a hybrid here. The fact that we had Frimpong and Tar, it gave me the perfect option to use Wirtz here. Now with Wirtz's card, I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's good. But for me, my cams, I always like having like a 5-star weak foot cam. So I'm talking about peak KDB. Like KDB when he was at his very best, that's the cams I used to go for. So I was like, okay, let's see what Wirtz can really do, because I like my cam to score goals and have those long shots. That's the playstyle I used to enjoy using. But when I actually used the Wirtz card, I was like, okay, let me look at his playstyles and what he can actually provide for me. And he had really good passing and really good passing traits. So I was like, okay, I'm going to change my playstyle. Smith's really fast. I'm going to use Smith as my, poacher and getting him behind. And I'm actually going to use Wirtz as a shadow striker, plus playstyle as a shadow striker, and really go for those through balls. And I'm not even lying, like, his passing was so accurate, it was unbelievable. There was times I literally would miss a pass. Like, I feel like I didn't even aim properly. And because of how accurate his passing was, the weight would be perfect. It would go right to Smith's feet at the front here, and it was flawless passing. So for me, Wirtz was an incredible player. If you guys are looking for a Bundesliga team, I really recommend him. Another thing that he really surprised me with, he got a lot of goals for me. Just coming in late to the box, going for those headers. He scored about 3 or 4 headers for me, which was really random. I didn't expect it, but he was a great shadow striker. He gets that plus play style, good weak shot, good weak foot. Great passing. In terms of pace and stuff, he actually had okay pace as well, and kind of did his job there. He did his job. His stamina held up. I used to keep him on for most of the game. You saw we brought on Griezmann as well, so I did have some substitutes, so I did kind of bring them on. But I think he's a really good player. Out of all the players so far in the midfield, I think for me, Bruno is probably priority, then maybe like a Wirtz, then maybe a Tonali, something like that. But again, they're all really solid. And then that takes us to our attackers. So I did pack Haaland the day after this untradeable, got really lucky with that. But let's, again, look at this, look at that. Great play from Wirtz. I'm trolling. That was literally right to him. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I did pack Haaland untradeable, so I did replace Nunez. But at the start of the divisions, Nunez's card was really solid. Now, looking back as the game's evolving, there's more special cards. I don't know if he's worth having. I'm looking now, like, I think it's worth investing into your strikers in terms of getting more money spent on your attackers. But I think he did his job, man. I can't fault him. He had good pace, good physicality. In terms of pure statistics, that pass, by the way, that pass from Wirtz was everything we're talking about. Let me rewind that real quick, because that's a perfect example. I was waiting for a good highlight from Wirtz to kind of go through, but like, this is what I meant by Wirtz. Look at this right now. We go through. Look at this right there. As soon as Smith makes that run inwards, look at that. Look at this pass. That is perfect, right in front of Smith. Smith takes a touch and through on goal. Me messing up the shot, that's on me. But you could just see what I mean in terms of the weight on the pass was absolutely flawless every single time with Wirtz. But yeah, back to the scenario with Nunez. I think his evolution made him a really solid card. I can't remember what evolution I did. It was just like one of the first ones. It was a free evolution as well. So for a couple of thousand coins, I couldn't fault Nunez. I really couldn't. Especially if you have like a faster striker paired up with him, like I did here. I think you're going to find some success. I think that's the kind of the duo you kind of want. You want one like taller, more physical striker, and then you want one like smaller, agile, fast striker. For me, a lot of success with that. Right now we've got Haaland and Griezmann. Back then we had Sophia Smith and Nunez. So again, the combination works really well. And for me, if you're not going to spend a lot of money on like your Haalands or your bigger type of strikers, I really think Nunez could do a solid job for you, so I do recommend trying him out. And for me, the evolution, it just really made him a nice card. And again, I think he was a good card. I can't even lie, thinking about it, he scored a lot of goals for me. He really did score a lot of goals for me. I can't even fault him. In my head, I'm comparing him to Smith, but Smith's a 300k player, Nunez was a couple of K, so he did a great job in that regards. Then we're going to go through to our final player. It's going to be Smith. This is where most of the budget was spent. And like I said, if you guys can get a small agile striker, you're seeing majority of the goals from this game have been scored by her. And it wasn't like I tried to give the ball to her purely to score. Like, she was really, really good. The dribbling, the speed boost, the weak foot, 5-star weak foot, unbelievable striker. I'm only changing my team to get more player reviews for you guys on the second channel. I wanted to try out Neymar and Griezmann, but I'm definitely going to be getting her back in my team. I'm maybe going to try her in from Son or her in Haaland or something like that. Try a little bit of a balance. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how that works out. But that's going to be the squad overall. I believe it was, I can't remember how much it was. I reckon about 600k. Maybe now about 500k. I think it's about a 500k team with a few small changes you can make. But for 500k, I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people say, oh, so many coins, like the game just started. But listen, if you play your squad battles, you play a div rival, you play your champs, give it like 2 weeks, and I guarantee you'll be close to that amount. Like, if you just play for 2 weeks, save up your coins, don't spend it on any packs, do your SBCs, do your bronze pack method, just grind the game for like 2-3 weeks, you will, within a month, yeah, you will 1,000,000% have 100,000. Sorry, you will have 500,000 coins. Even if you get bad rewards, you're going to get something of value. Like, if you just sell everything, don't invest into like untradeable stuff, just kind of keep liquid, I think you're good to go, man. I think you're good to go. Here and there, you know, do some 2-player packs, do those untradeable SBCs that make sense, that are worth it, and you'll be in a great spot. And look at that final shot to kind of end it there. But overall team rating, I'm going to give it like a, I want to give it like an 8 out of, how much should we give it? I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. I was really happy with it. Looking back as well, give it a 9 out of 10. In terms of anything we could probably improve, let's quickly check out the team once again, just to show you guys on paper. I mean, I would say one thing I would improve is probably the left back. We kind of mentioned that earlier. A left back I only had due to budget, so I would improve the left back. Goalkeeper as well. That is the one issue because of Smith's chemistry. You kind of need that goalkeeper. So I'll give the team an 8 out of 10 simply because of the goalkeeper and the left back. But what I was going to do is get Tim Howard in. Tim Howard hero card. I thought that would be a good one. But then you know, so Smith goes down by chemistry as well. So kind of play around with it, see what you guys are going for. But overall, really, really happy with the team. Change the left back for me. Probably change Nunes as well now that it depends, man. It depends on your budget, because now it's getting a bit more outdated in terms of like people having more special cards. You can start to upgrade. But for me, really, really good starting position. For a 500k squad, you're in a great position. Good defense, fantastically balanced midfield, and unbelievably kind of chaotic attack as well. So YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's gonna be our first squad builder of the year. Let me know what you guys thought. What squad builder would you guys like to see next time? We do have another channel as well that will be in the description. That is going to be for player reviews purely. We're going to have 2 player reviews every single day, going through the cards in detail, their stats, their play style, who they link up with, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.